Hi everyone, this is Sam Crying the Heart, and today I'm going to be making 3 cards with you guys today. So I'm going to be using some newer products to me. These were in the Box of the Month Not Too Shabby shop for last month. It's apple season. I'm going to be using this really sweet stamp set called Apple Pie and a older stamp set called Apple Picking from the Not Too Shabby shop. I'm also going to be using the Apple stencil from the Not Too Shabby shop. It's called Apple Quilt. And I'm going to be using some Nouveau embellishment mousse. So I'm not a fan of this mousse. It dries out like crazy. And I found that I had purchased some about 2 years ago before I figured out that this stuff really does not last. And this was perfectly sealed and it was completely crumbly, and it'll just be a day or two, maybe another week before it's completely dried out. So I'm trying to kind of use it up, and so I did use it on this stencil. And the stencil is a 6x6, so I did one 6x6 apple stencil, and I'm going to make 3 cards using it. So not my favorite, but I'm going to use it up because I hate to waste before I have to throw it out. So I hope I can get a few more things out of it, but we'll see. All right, so, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to be making, like I said, 3 cards, and I'm going to be using that apple stencil background for all 3 cards. I'm also going to be using the apple shaker die I had made for my embellishments on the 11th. I made 3 different embellishments, and so I've already shown how I use the pumpkin basket embellishment, and now this is the apple shaker one. And so what I did was I cut 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, I think is what I did, or maybe it was by 6. Anyway, and I think I took that 4 1/4 by 6 piece and I cut that in half, so I think it's 3 inches. And so I'm going to use 2 cards with that 3 by 4 1/4 piece of the apple stencil. And then I took a piece of paper from the It's Apple Season paper and cut that down to make these 2 cards. So I'm kind of trimming that off. I'm also using this older apple picking stamp set from the Not Too Shabby shop that just really is a nice accompaniment to these Apple products. And I think it's still in the shop. You can still pick it up. So I have this little piece of gold scrap that I'm just going to use to kind of cover those edges between the 2 different papers. And you know, the shaker, you might want to attach it with double stick tape. I just used glue. And then I've got my little people on the side there. I color those in with Copics, and I'm actually going to attach them to the apple using double-sided tape because you know, I find that when you stick things on acetate, it doesn't stick real well. So that's kind of what I'm doing. And I've got my sentiments, which is Your Sweet, and that is from the Apple Pie stamp set, which I do have the dies for. And so, you know, I don't always buy dies. I do like to buy dies with most things, especially if I think something's going to sell out. I do like to buy the dies before they do. And this is one that I think would be helpful to have the dies, which is why I got them. Okay, so now I'm on to the second card, and it's really a similar layout, only I just switched the papers. So I've got the apple stencil on the top, excuse me, and I have the pattern paper on the bottom. So I just switched how they are, but still very similar layout. And then again, I've got that gold strip to kind of cover up that seam. So I've got this apple girl. I'm going to attach her with some double-sided tape, and I realized that I didn't really have a sentiment. So I do have, you know, like whenever I cut extra sentiments, I do keep them at my desk here. So if I need to grab a sentiment, I do have some ready to go. And so I did go digging to go find a sentiment. I had a lot of strawberry sentiments from the strawberry projects that I did, but one of them kind of fit, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and attach my girl, and then I'm going to go, you're going to see me digging through my secret sentiment stash. So I keep that there. You can see I've got some butterflies. That was one of my embellishments for, I don't know what month, but one of my embellishments on the 11th, I did butterflies. And so I have those there. So I'm kind of, if I need butterflies, I've got some ready to go. But I think I'm going to go with Life is Short, Make It Sweet. I think that's the one I'm going to use, and I actually really did want to have some foam tape, so I did, I think I paused the video for a second to grab some foam tape, so you might see like a little disruption, but I needed some foam tape for my sentiment. And so there's my card, and it shakes. I've got cute little apple bits in that shaker. So now we're on to the last card, and that one uses a strip, the side strip that I cut off of that 6x6. And then I also used that, a scrap of the same pattern paper, so they all kind of go together. And I'm using a bunch of really cute images from that apple pie stamp set, and I colored them in with my Copics, and I just love how it came out. Just very cute. I used quite a few images from it, and I used that sentiment Fresh Baked Pies. You see me trying to figure out what layout I want to use, and I did step away to grab some foam tape because I wanted to put a lot of these images on foam tape because I think they would really, really look good that way, and it's just adorable. So I really do want to use this stamp set some more, but I have so many things. So many things. I want to work on Halloween, and I have so many cute Halloween items to share with you guys. So that's kind of one of those things. Plus I have a bunch of classes, virtual retreats I'm doing. So I just have a lot of projects I want to work on. Just not enough time. I need more days off.